So welcome to video number 4. So how do you neutralize? So it's all well and good. So we've spoken video 1, 2, and 3. If you haven't watched video 1, 2, and 3, please go back and watch them. They're short and sweet, as I say at the beginning of every video, just for you to get the thread into the next one, to the next one, to the next one, because this is a bit of a journey process, okay? And you're going to understand what I'm talking about in its fullness when you watch the first few videos, okay? So if you haven't seen already, it's a series of 5. So video number 4, how to transcend these mind, body, and emotions, meaning the negative thoughts that come up, which are like maybe anxiety, self-doubt, fear, anything like that, which is negative. Some days we wake up and it just has you in a throat hold. So how do you, because effectively what that is repressed emotions, which every emotion is repressed. It's repressed emotions just coming out and surfacing, and wanting to surface and be released. And, that's what the work is all about. When we talk about kind of releasing and bringing it back into wholeness, if you imagine 2 circles running like that, much like in my previous video I just showed, these are the 2 circles, but we were talking about something different on the last video. Imagine if they were oscillating out, okay? And it was just just a circular motion. Circular motion. Say this is your heart. You kind of release all negative emotions. Release, release, release. Bring it back into your heart because you need that energy. Transform it. And then you release, release, and you bring it back into your heart. So you're constantly running energy because you are human. So you're going to be feeling stuff because you just feel. But soon enough, when you're in your awareness the whole time, when you are tapped into that part of self, which is just open, then you're actually not going to feel negative emotions. You're just going to have positive ones because that supports you, because now the mind is in the place where it needs to be, right? So this is now like a little tool. So when you experience a negative emotion or something coming up, I have been practicing this every day and kind of journaling on it. And I've come to realize that we don't really even need to recognize the story, because the story is irrelevant. That was just the delivery of the information that needed to come to you. So a negative belief system, negative emotions, it's like the story is the carrier of that. There you go. But we don't need the story, whatever. So the emotions of, say, negativity, being self-doubt or fear. So say you're like me and you've got a huge body of work to bring through, or you're already working at a capacity, but you need to bring through more. And it's like, oh my God, when you have that feeling, it's because you're in your mind, body, and emotions, right? So how do we transcend that and click back into our awareness where we know everything is infinite and we are supported and we're good and we can just smash the game? How do we do that? So it comes up. So I want you to just if that happens, I want you to close your eyes. And what you do is you allow it to just come to the top, because most of the time we're like, oh, I don't want to feel this, push it down, or biz myself to do something else. So no, you allow it to come in. You call it in. And there is a book that I'm going to share with you today just now. And in this book, she gives exactly these what's the word? Oh, gosh. Anyway, I'm going brain dead now. She gives these exercises. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I've done many videos back to back, so my Wi-Fi is dropping a little bit now. So anyway, these exercises that she gives, this is the thing. For you to transcend an emotion, you need to have an open heart, okay? But what happens is we're trying to bring in the negative emotion and bring it into our awareness, and we just can't do it. So in the book, she says, extend your arms out as if you're giving it a big fat hug. So say you're faced with anxiety. You don't even need to know where it's from or why. Let's just talk anxiety. So here you are. Anxiety's coming up. I can't bring through that body of work. I want to put out a workshop. I want to put out a course. Can't do it. Do you know what I mean? So you open your arms and you just say, come on, anxiety. Come in. So you allow it to just come in, and maybe just keep your eyes closed and your arms open, because it gives you a sense of your heart opening. And then with awareness, you welcome in everything. So bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. And you will feel a bit of a heart flutter. And that's your sign to say that you are transcending it back into wholeness. It's disintegrating, it's dissolving. So if you can imagine yourself as this really big, powerful force field of just pure love frequency, which is what you are. This is your awareness. This is your consciousness. This is who you truly are, okay? This never goes, ever. You're part of it all, the whole time, never dies. So here you are. And then you're going to basically imagine being this big force field and then just calling all negative emotions, which is coming from your mind, body, come in and just dissolve. through your energy field. Many different ways you can actually run it through, your visualization, which works best for you. Now, I'm a very practical spiritual person. Sometimes I look at these emotions, this is how I roll, and I'll go, right, okay, because I've got to have a good visual to be able to embody something. So I'll go, right, knock at the door. I'm in this beautiful house. This house is just pure love, made out of crystal. It's vibing. So then the doorbell goes, okay? And then I'm like, oh, okay, and open the door, and there's one character there, he's just like, hi, and he's really scared, and got another one over there who's vibrating with anxiety, and there's a really grumpy one behind him who's just full on anger. So I sometimes visualize them as a person, which is effectively an aspect of me, and I go, come in, oh, come in, I welcome you all three of you, come in. And I see these little characters walking through my door, and I sit them down on the sofa and we drink tea, and then I visualize them just slowly mellowing out, and I see their heart centers coming online, and then all of a sudden we're vibing, and it's probably having a glass of wine. Do you know what I'm saying? But you can actually feel the way I speak about that. That's a very powerful visual on how to kind of like allow those feelings in. So you basically say yes to everything. Whereas the norm prior to this has been saying no to everything. You're not what I want. And you're focusing on all your energy on keeping it away or keeping it repressed. So your rule of thumb now, you let it all into you. You don't step away from your awareness to come in and have a conversation with these emotions. No. You keep your space over here and then you bring it in. And look, it's going to take some practice. It's a bit of muscle memory, but that's the best way to transcend and dissolve all of these negative beliefs and emotions. So give that a go and see how you feel. Journal your experience. Very powerful to do that. It's helped me greatly. Just me doing this every day, and I've gone, oh, today's been a bit difficult, and then today I did some work on this with pain. I went for a run on the green belt, and I went for a run with a dog, and I put my right hip out, very bad sciatica, and I thought, right, okay, I'm going to bring this pain into my awareness. And because pain's the same thing, it's still a negative something. So I brought it in and I kept bringing it in. Now, look, admittedly, because I'm just kind of working with this work, in its fresh stages. Admittedly, after that, I couldn't even walk to the toilet. I was like, well, shit, I think I've made it worse. I've just got up now to go and walk to the kitchen and it's nearly gone. So you can do this with everything. And the book I'm going to share with you now, which I do say, I mean, like there's so many teachings and really powerful ascended masters and masters that are still alive that talk about this. But Rhonda Byrne, who's actually written The Secret I never really got into. I don't really resonate with it too much. But this book, The Greatest Secret, this is going to back up everything I've been talking about. And this is going to help you greatly because my next video is going to be talking about connecting with your guides, your channel, everything like that from this place of awareness. So you're not going to be accessing your channel. So if you're like me and you channel the Egyptian gods all the time, you're going to find that there's less of a separation, because when you're in mind, body, emotions without realizing it and you try and channel gods, you're actually doing it from a separated place, and it's a lot harder. Once you step into that awareness, which remember I've said, we're all tapped into that, even Anubis, even Isis, they're all in there because it's all consciousness and they are all consciousness. I mean, you can tap into that and it's a lot more powerful and clearer. So that's going to be my next video on because we're really going to go up to the stars now with this, on how you can improve your capacity to produce really powerful bodies of work, how you can bring through the downloads like efficiently and fluidly and just know that they're the highest frequency, and how to talk to your golden council of light. That's how I talk to mine. But effectively it's you, because now you're going to feel a oneness between you and the gods and goddesses, because you are the same. Okay, there is no distinction because we are all one. This is what's going to blow your mind. That'll be the next video, the final video in the run of these. So yeah, as always, journal your experience, see how you go, and I will see you for video number 5. Peace.